She did her first solo at the age of 2 in a diaper on stage.
You know, your hair is getting really dark. We're gonna need to lighten this up.
I have been dyeing my hair since I was like 2, maybe 1.5. I'm not a natural blonde. I'm actually a natural brown. I get brown roots, so I have to dye it so it looks like I'm a natural blonde.
She deserves nothing. Don't have an attitude that you are entitled in this world. You are not. JoJo!
Hello, my name's Lisa, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at JoJo Siwa's rise to fame from the very beginning at 2 years old right up until today at age 21. And if you don't know who JoJo Siwa is, stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you will know pretty much everything there is to know about her. We're going to be looking at the successes, the crashing and burning of her new brand, and much, much more. So it all starts when JoJo is 2 years old and she's being paraded around on stages by her mum, Jessalyn Siwa, who was a dance teacher before JoJo was born. She had her own dance studio, and her mum has been heard saying that as soon as she knew she was having a girl, she knew what that girl was going to do for the rest of her life. So in my opinion, JoJo has had no choice in any of this. As JoJo grows up, she joins the second season of the Dance Mums spin-off show in 2013, and this is called Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition. And at this point in time, JoJo is only 9 years old. I've got to say, that must have been so stressful for her, being in front of all of those cameras. It goes on to transpire that all of the kids on this show are bullied. Well, that's my opinion. So let's look at this clip and see if you agree with me.
Sometimes she's very loud. Sometimes she's off in the group dances, and sometimes she's a little too crazy.
You had some timing issues, sometimes a little too loud. You take opportunities from people who have been here longer. Lip sync when you're on stage. Obviously, you're crazy in public.
The dance instructor there, Abby Lee Miller, picks on people at random, and she pits them against each other in unfair and mean ways. And she makes them do more and more work, which would be what an adult dancer would be doing, as opposed to a child, in my opinion. This grueling work schedule and the pitting of them against each other is all designed to boost rating, which is disgusting. And she doesn't seem to care at all how this affects any of the children. She doesn't care how upset they get, whether they cry or not. She just tells them to get out because she's not having crying kids on her show. There have been interviews with the contestants on the show at later dates when they are older, and they all say how bad things were for them on the show.
She obviously didn't treat me the best at some times. It happened to everybody. We can't go back in time and she can't change what she did.
There's a lot of tears, but also a lot of laughs.
Yeah.
And the only person who disagrees with this is JoJo. And she states that none of them would be where they are now if it wasn't for Abby. Well, I don't actually agree with that, because they could have all had another dance instructor who didn't actually treat them the way they were treated. But the dancers do continue on, and they go on to be on the show Dance Mums in 2015 for seasons 5 and 6. And all Jessalyn is worried about is JoJo winning and being top, being the best at everything that she can be. Although she is a fantastic dancer, but she's not fantastic in everything. But she is surrounded by yes people, and that is a problem. And JoJo's mum will pit her against anyone, regardless of the cost, to JoJo's sanity. As we saw by Jesselyn dyeing JoJo's hair at the age of 2 years old. Why does she have to have blonde hair? Why can't she just have her natural hair colour? To me, that is going to the extreme. In 2016, JoJo's merch starts to roll out and they produce all of the colourful bows that JoJo wears in her hair, which is her signature.
On top of that, we have some of my favorite products. So we got the little Bobo piggy bank, we got the JoJo dream car, and of course the little boomerang doll. We got a JoJo Siwa hair adorable, and look at this. It's an on tour with JoJo board game. We got some JoJo bedding. This is the new bedding that's available right now. It's so cute. I'm obsessed.
And this earns JoJo several $100 million. And then all of the other merch starts to roll out. Backpacks, singing dolls, ice cream, cereal. Her face was just everywhere. And at this point, she's still only 13. At around the age of 14, she left the Dance Mum show and went to be the face of Nickelodeon. She had a massive hit song called Boomerang whilst on Nickelodeon, which has racked up over 1 billion views on YouTube. Just let that sink in. 1 billion views on YouTube. That is more than your most popular rapper out there. She also has a handful of other hit songs, all getting millions more views. So as you can imagine, her YouTube channel is growing at an astronomical rate with her dance videos and her singing. She is also earning phenomenal amounts of money, and she's still only 14. Because of all of the shows that she's been on and been involved with and the music she makes, as you can imagine, she's got a really young audience who all look up to her. She's their role model. Many of the girls all wanted to be her. So JoJo and her mum launched their own group called XOMG Pop, and it was said that this happened so that JoJo's mum had a project and therefore JoJo would be able to move on and do more adult things. They go on to produce a reality TV show called Siwa's Dance Pop Revolution, which is a type of competition show that JoJo had come from. And we all know what happened there, don't we? And this is where things start to go horribly, disastrously wrong, because they repeat the cycle of exactly what happened on Dance Mums, which you would realistically think they wouldn't do that after what they'd all been through, wouldn't you? But no, the cycle repeats itself here. They treat the girls in a mean way. They make them work lots of hours, which is unethical in itself because they are supposed to stop and do schoolwork as well as their other dancing and singing. An article comes out in Rolling Stone saying how badly the kids were all treated. Now we move on to January of 2021 and JoJo is now 17 when she announces that she is gay. So she's lip syncing to the song Lady Gaga's Born This Way, and she shows a picture of a t-shirt saying best gay cousin on it. Now this furthers her decline in many people's eyes, as lots of parents said that their child was not going to be supportive of JoJo anymore. And the controversy really starts to begin now. She starts her transition into being a bad girl. So JoJo is trying to go from this little teeny bopper star to an adult entertainer. And JoJo talks about this transition for months and months and months, going on shows like Billboard and lots of different podcasts and teasing the audience about what's gonna come next and how shocked.
New era of life, we're becoming an adult.
Everyone's gonna be.
Making it very clear that we are going from child star to adult artist. I'm talking about something very, very special. You will know in approximately
a month,
give or take.
And how it's never been done before.
We're going from child star to adult artist. No one has made this dramatic of a change yet. I am the first in the generation. It is very scary, but someone's got to do it.
She sparks controversy when she talks about having kids.
Already named your children?
Fully.
Really?
I actually have 2 tattoos dedicated to them. This one's dedicated to my baby girl one day. Her name is Freddie. Then this is dedicated to twin boys, Eddie and Teddy.
Freddie, Eddie,
and Teddy. I want 3 babies. I have my sperm donor lined up.
There she's showing us some fake tattoos of her kids' names. I mean, to me, that's not grown up at all, is it? She is still acting like a child at heart to me, and she even thinks it's funny. Then we move on to this current year, and in March, she announces that her big change is not going to be for kids.
The following content is not made for children and may be disturbing or offensive to some viewers. May contain sexual themes, violence, strong language, dramatic scenarios, and flashing lights. Viewer discretion is advised.
And she reveals her new edgy look. And all she's done is gone from bright coloured clothes with rhinestones and a big bright bow to dark coloured see-through clothes, and yes, you've guessed it, with rhinestones. This time JoJo makes some huge claims that are all taken out of context, like her being the first to transition from a child star into an adult performer. Really? How many have gone before you, JoJo? Obviously we know she is by far away from being the first one. I mean, I do understand it has got to be very hard transitioning from a little girly girl to an adult star. I understand that must be difficult, but even so, that doesn't excuse this massive cringe-worthy mistake, especially when she still needs her audience to maintain her lifestyle in the way that she's been accustomed to it. The next howling mistake she makes is her saying this in an interview.
I want to start a new genre of music. And they said, what do you mean? And I said, well, it's called gay pop. And they were like, what's that?
As you can imagine, that interview brings her a humongous backlash, and then JoJo goes on another show and corrects herself by saying this.
There's a lot of icons that have come before you.
So many. Madonna, Lady Gaga, fucking Michael Jackson. There's so many people who have made gay pop. I think I more so want to make it like...
Can you clarify that statement?
Clarify that statement, oh God. I think I just want to make it more clear that gay pop is a genre. If I said to somebody, name a gay pop artist, they'd go, what's gay pop? But if I said to somebody, name a rock artist, you would say, Kiss.
I think they'd say Lady Gaga. I think they'd say Chappell Roan. They'd say Freddie Mercury, Elton John.
Okay, that's valid, because I would too. I definitely am not the inventor of gay pop, for sure not. But I do want to be a piece in making it bigger than it already is.
Okay.
I want to bring more attention to it.
Okay.
I'm not the creator, but I'm not the president, but I might be like the CEO or the CMO.
After all the months of build-up, she finally releases her new song called Karma, and then follows the video.
Create some sort of animalistic, some sort of beast, some sort of dance that really made people's heads turn.
And people absolutely hate it. They make terrible fun of it, and it gets voted with 3.1 million dislikes. And then she just continues to go downhill. She's seen dancing provocatively on stage with children present.
There's a 6-year-old right there. Why the are you here? I love it.
I mean, who does that? Then for her 21st birthday, she puts out these videos.
I'm drunk as right now. Something over there. It's my bread I'm supposed to eat. I got punched in the eye. It hurts really bad, but I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. Me with my first drink. We're in China. It's my 9th drink, my 13th drink, and I'm going.
Everyone feels this is basically just a publicity stunt, that she's not actually drunk at Disney's. And then to continue her new image and show just how grown up she really is, she continues drinking on stages.
I'm in the press because I drank Tito's on stage. I'm gonna have fucking fireball. We're gonna go. Da 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 da.
And dancing provocatively.
Don't lie to me like you don't like this. I know you see me when you close your eyes. Now you know this tension, come move in my direction. I'll make your dreams come to life. I'm your guilty pleasure, so come and get it.
Making a real spectacle of herself. What's with these costumes? They don't look like the kind an adult would wear to me. I mean, who wears something with teddy bears on them other than a child? Because really, adults don't wear costumes like that, do they? It's as if she's still trying to hold on to the inner child. In a later interview, she said she almost quit.
Yeah, I actually, right before I went to Dance Moms, I was pretty much checked out. Didn't really enjoy dance anymore. Then I got the call to go to Dance Moms, and then here I am, still doing it.
And maybe that's because she was coerced into this lifestyle by her domineering mum, instead of being able to choose her own path in life. Personally, I feel she was taken advantage of. What do you think? Let me know in the comments if you feel that she was exploited or not. Well, that's been the JoJo Siwa video. Thank you for joining me. If you've enjoyed it, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Ta-ta for now.